Do you have a sweet tooth?
Prince of the Bear. Today we're at CityWalk at Universal Orlando Resort. I know CityWalk is still a place that exists because it's time to go.
The Toothsome Chocolate Emporium.
Yes, it's time to return to this place of chocolate opulence. And as your number one choice of food and entertainment, we're here to investigate what they have so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I could swim across that.
It's time to foodie and chill. A strawberry salad with dry strawberries. I feel like I haven't had dry strawberries in something in forever, but there's also regular non-dry strawberries in here. There's also supposed to be a vegan blue cheese, but Shelby took bets already that it's probably vegan feta, so I'm probably gonna lose this bet. Number one, why is it spicy? There's like a kick to it. Where did this kick come from? This is all fruit. I feel like I got like a 2 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's very like low, but I'm not mad at that. Also, I am vegan, but when I was vegetarian, I never ate blue cheese and I never ate feta. I didn't like either of those cheeses. So I'm sitting here like contemplating what is the flavor, because I don't really have like a basis of comparison. I think I've had vegan blue cheese at Disney before, but I also can't remember. I'm pretty sure though, I'm like 90% sure that Shelby was accurate in that this is feta, but I need confirmation because I never ate those cheeses, so I don't really know. So I think I owe Shelby some like butterbeer or something. I think I lost this bet. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 salads. It definitely tosses my salad. I love me a good strawberry, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this salad.
I have something to say. We have feta here. Do you want to try one of those?
After this, I'm back right now.
I'm just going to preload my fork from now on. I'm not going to struggle on camera because I know they cut it out, part of it, but sometimes it's really long, okay? So preloading the fork is where I'm going to go. All right, you think it's feta?
Yes. I think you're right.
I don't want to be right. I'm gonna get some communication about that. Well, I did a little side-by-side comparison. I think that actually might be blue cheese. In which case, I'm very impressed. And thank you, Universal. As always, of course, thank you for everything. This is amazing. I love. I don't go to Panera so much anymore, but they have like that summer. What is it called? Like summer berry salad. It's got like pineapple and mandarin oranges and all that. I love that salad. The salad is so good. This would be like a good substitute, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like if I wanted that salad, didn't want to go to Panera, I could come here. This is delicious. And it has vegan blue cheese in it. Like I don't know what more I can ask for.
Here's the thing. I am the kind of lactose intolerant person the internet warns you about. Lactose intolerance is not a problem for me. That's a problem for future me. And present me never cares. And I have paid for it.
That's terrible.
Multiple times. If the cheese or dairy product is that good, sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not. Don't get me wrong. There have been some times I've woken up, passed out on the bathroom floor. I was like, you know what? I did this to myself. Now, knowing that, does it ever stop me from doing it again? No, not once ever. Now, blue cheese is fine for me. I eat blue cheese without magic pills, but this is vegan blue cheese, and I can't remember a time I've ever had vegan blue cheese. Maybe once or twice at Disney,
yes.
But it's been a long time. But that is a very distinct and different flavor profile from any other cheese. It has a sort of sour and sort of funk to it that is unique to blue cheese, so I'm excited. That with strawberries sounds delicious. I had doubts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting spice. At the very bottom, there's something in there that's spicy.
There's pepita peppers or something.
Not like I'm gonna cry spicy. This isn't Doctor Who or Stranger Things or Get Out or You know, there's other shows with like deep in the eyeball level crying, but like front of the mouth, like 1 out of 10 on the heat scale, but a lot of flavor that comes for it, which I think is good with the sweetness of the strawberry, both the dried and the regular strawberry. Great. The cheese, 1000% vegan blue cheese. Can't even immediately when it hit my tongue, that's blue cheese. And that's great because honestly, I think more people would like blue cheese. We just gave it a chance. I know there's a lot of people, both vegan and not, that won't go anywhere near it because honestly, it's got blue spots in it. It looks kind of funky. It smells weird, but in the right flavor combination, it is delightful. This salad, I've often complained about Toothsome and the fact that they try to overly sweeten most of the things on the menu and drives me insane. I would come here and eat just this as like my pre-park meal. I would pre-game Halloween Horror Nights with just this salad. That is a 4.75 out of 5 claws. I could do with a little bit less dressing. It's a bit wet. But other than that, I have no complaints.
Does it toss your salad?
It does, in fact, toss my bear-like salad.
Mine too, and it's the perfect amount of dressing. That's perfect. Do that dressing all the time.
The bruschetta. Now, back in the day, when we first got this bruschetta, we had to modify it to be vegan because it had like fried avocado and like extras on there. Over time, they actually changed it, so now it is fully vegan as is, which I appreciate. Because like, back in those times, when I came to Toothsome, I only ate the modified bruschetta because that was just my jam. I think it was, yeah, it was bruschetta. So I'm gonna cut this one in half. Now this one has feta, not blue cheese. And then there's onion and tomato. So it's like a nice little salad, which I probably don't even need the fork. I'm just gonna use my hands. Cheers. Literally, this is my favorite bruschetta at Universal. There's no better, like even avocado toast. There is one at like Studios at the Wicked booth that we've reviewed before. Check out that video. You can modify an avocado toast there. It's not anywhere near as good as this one. If you want avocado toast, I say come here and get their bruschetta. It is divine. I will give it a 4.5 out of 5 avocado toast. It is the toast.
All right, these onions are coming off. All right, if I have one critique of this dish, why are these not pickled red onions?
Fair.
Like, I think that would, this is already a good toast, even though I haven't bitten this yet. But I think that would take it to the next level. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna have to agree with Princess, even though the 2 avocado toasts we have inside the park are excellent. This one has vegan cheese, and the highlight of it, the balsamic glaze. Yeah, glaze. Excellent. Put more on there for me, but I know this is a normal amount for other people. Said the person who drinks sauce.
Hey.
Yeah, come here and get this. I think it's probably decently comparable in price, maybe. I don't know, it's still worth it. You have vegan cheese and balsamic glaze. Like, yeah, I don't think you can beat that.
It's on bread, and even though it's covered in the balsamic glaze, I'm convinced that this deserves to be eaten with my fingers. Is it going to be messy? Yes. But some things are best left messy.
It's one of the most beautiful. Far too much greenery on this table. You must have some dessert later.
Yes, have yourself some chocolate. This is too healthy.
Yes, loads of chocolate, especially the cookie jar. We're about to get some fresh batches of cookies out of the oven.
You heard it here first, the food is too healthy. I've never once said that about anything that's ever come out of this restaurant, and I maintain I will not say that today. The bruschetta, excellent. I was worried that it would be, it's odd sometimes, like when you get like an avocado toast bruschetta, that sometimes the bread is too toasted. Like, cut the roof of your mouth level toasted, which holds the ingredients better, but it's kind of hard to eat. It's like eating avocado on a crouton almost. This, crispy around the edges, soft in the center, perfect. Love that. I get the crispiness, but it's still edible without hurting myself. I was worried that the glaze is ridiculous because this plate, let's be honest, looks like somebody went at this thing with a squirt gun. But And they got enough on the actual bread itself. They still got a lot on the plate, but enough on the bread itself where it's a tasty addition. The feta is fetting. I wouldn't even notice or care that it was plant-based. And that's the point, really. Good food is good food. 4 out of 5 claws. So this is one of the brand new flatbreads recently added to the menu here at Toothsome. The Truffle Burrata. And I gotta say, for foodies, I'm sorry. The plating is getting a bit ridiculous. This is legitimately a flatbread ski. Like, I get it, it's cute. But on the table, when you have a bunch of people here, this is annoying. And they're taking flatbread to like a new level. This is literally like a bread cracker with a bunch of burrata on here. You have chicken sausage, balsamic. There's a herb pistou on here, and then some like peach glaze as well. So you got a lot of different flavors going in here. Peach, truffle, chicken sausage, and balsamic. Is it shareable? Yes, it comes pre-cut, thankfully, but look how unbalanced this cracker is. I have all the burrata here, and then all this space, a little bit of chicken sausage. It's a bit of a mess. And I'm afraid that when I bite into it, this entire thing is going to fall apart like a destructible walkway like a Mario game. Interesting. Went through our mistakes. I'll admit, I was initially a hater. The flatbread itself actually does hold up very well to be bitten. I bit it and it held together. Did the toppings fall off? Yes, they did, as they do with most flatbreads, but it actually held up and didn't just disintegrate. So like, I don't have pieces of flatbread everywhere. I was worried that with some of the other dishes we tried, that there'd be too much truffle. It's a very, very light amount of truffle. So the chicken sausage and the burrata sort of get to be the star. And then you have a little bit of the balsamic and the peach coming through. So it's like a little bit of sweet, but not overly sweet. And then the burrata with like that milky mozzarella mix with the chicken sausage actually works quite well. It's lighter than toppings we just started. The flatbread is very much like just a serving vessel for what's on it. But it is flatbread, because it's technically flat. And I am getting truffle burrata. The truth in advertising. The flavors, while good and well balanced, I'm not gonna write a sonnet to it. But I think it would be a good share amongst friends. 3.75 out of 5 points.
I'm searching Shelby's mushroom risotto to find a piece where there isn't going to be a lot of mushroom because I'm not a mushroom person. But also, there is a large layer of truffle oil on top, so I commit to my mistakes. I'm going to take this little corner here because I feel like this is the least mushroomy. But again, I commit to my mistakes. It smells like straight truffle. Well, it's not risotto rice. It's like that orzo rice, so it's like a thicker grain than what you would expect from risotto. So you don't get the same like creaminess that you would expect from is it a barrio rice? Is it a barrio? I think that's paella. I could be wrong. No, that's right. It's a barrio. Yeah, so it's like the orzo rice, thicker, longer. There is mushroom, like it's got like the truffle flavoring to it. It's not as intense as I expected it to be, which is nice. I think if you are a mushroom lover, you will absolutely love this risotto. I am not a mushroom lover, so I'm gonna give it a bias rating of like a 2.5 out of 5 risottos. Mainly because of the rice. I don't think the rice is correct, but if I liked mushrooms, I'd probably give it like a 3.5 out of 5. I don't know. It needs more. It needs more than sitting on mushrooms and the wrong kind of rice.
I am the opposite of Princess. I love mushrooms. And in fact, I will say I love mushrooms more now that I've been like doing stuff with Universal for so long and eating all these new different options. Like there's a lot of things here I would have never eaten before I was vegan, and maybe for the first 4 or 5 years when I was vegan. I've grown to love all kinds of different mushrooms. I never would have eaten a portobello before they came out with the herbivore platter at Jurassic Park Burger Digs. So I am a fan of mushrooms. So I will also dig in. Let's see. I do want mushroom, but I also want a decent fork. I didn't preload this time, but this is a little easier to manage than other things like pasta, where it takes me like 5 minutes to get a bite that will fit in my mouth. Admittedly, I've not eaten a lot of different risottos in my life. I feel like maybe it started to become more of a thing after I was vegan. There's not really a lot of vegan risotto, and I was a junk food person. I like to call myself, when I was not vegan, a cheesetarian, because cheese was pretty much most of my diet, cheese and chocolate. It was very unhealthy. I was very unhealthy. Anyway, so I am not a risotto connoisseur. I don't know really how to critique this other than to say there's a lot of mushrooms in it, and it kind of looks creamier than it actually is. Like when I took a bite, I don't even know how to describe it. Like it was the texture of the sauce was thinner in my mouth, if it makes sense. Like it was more oily than creamy. I don't know. I don't know if it makes any sense to
Because it's the wrong rice.
Okay, there we go. It does taste good though, but there is a lot of oil around the side. I don't know what that's going to do to me, but we will find out later, and no one else will know. But yeah, I mean, it tastes good. I just wish it was a little creamier. I think that's really my critique.
I have to admire the Universal Culinary team. They do wonderful things that I often don't feel they get enough credit for. Risotto isn't necessarily a difficult thing to make, but it's a difficult thing to get right consistently. Risotto is one of those foods that has like a really small window where it's either undercooked or overcooked. And once you're done. There's no fixing that. So making a risotto that's creamy and is, somewhat authentic is not the easiest task. I can imagine that it's even more hard in a kitchen where you have 1,000 things going on at once. So props to them for that. At the same time, I remember as a child, like truffle was like this super rare, expensive ingredient that like you gotta like find dining restaurants, and now it's everywhere. I'm not sure that's a good thing. It feels almost more stewy than it does risotto. I feel like the ingredients didn't combine well enough. Like I said, it's very hard.
Wrong rice.
The rice, the princess said, probably does have something to do with it. But it does give the flavor of risotto. The consistency is just a little off. If you're like a risotto connoisseur, you've had risotto, say like a non-vegan, you're instantly going to notice how it's not as creamy as normal risotto. There's a lot of mushroom and truffle in it. And again, while I have to give Universal Culinary team props, with the truffle, guys, less is more. Less is more. You don't need a lot of truffle. Just a little bit of oil, a ton. It doesn't need to be swimming in it, because then it tells like it just licked your personal garden. And while that may be okay in some situations, not so much now. I feel like there's a mushroom cloud in my mouth, and I'm not talking about the atomic kind, okay? It's a tasty dish. It's okay. I just feel like if the execution was tweaked, it'd be a little bit better. There's potential there. It's just not there yet. 3.5 out of 5 spots.
This is the new chunk burger. I guess it's like a black and blue, which is some meat sandwich thing that I know nothing about, but Bear will probably tell you about. It's giving me like Impossible Flying Saucer vibes from Sci-Fi, where you get like an alt meat burger patty with I guess I didn't get everything, but you also get like a mushroom, like a portobello mushroom on here. There it is. My bread is like really wet on the bottom, so I'm taking this portobello out, but usually you would do the portobello action, and it is giving me like sci-fi vibes for that reason. However, this is a chunk steak and not an impossible, so it should be so much better. I've never had chunk in a sandwich before, so let's see. This is my first black and blue, whatever the F is called. No, I love chunk. And the flavor and the texture of chunk is there, is present, it's amazing, it's wonderful. I don't like anything else about the sandwich. I don't. I hate the cheese. It literally detracts from the chunk. I'm so glad I didn't take a piece of that portobello because I literally probably would have spit it out the whole bite. I was so excited for this because like I've never had chunk in a sandwich before, but this is not the sandwich I'm looking for. Oh, I will give it a 2 out of 5 sandwiches. It's not my jam. If we were to reimagine the chunk into something else, sure, I'll go for that. Shelby's gonna be eating pretty tonight because she's getting all my leftovers.
All me? Okay. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever had a black and blue burger. I guess just type whatever. This looks interesting. Okay, so it's a sliced portobello and then a chunk steak on top and then a big layer of the blue cheese. All right, got it. I'm sorry, this is bothering me. It's just gonna keep sliding around. Oh my gosh. I don't mind a soggy bottom, but like it needs to like stay in place. Your soggy bottom needs to stay in place, you know. I see why you cut this, because like it's thickums. I have a lot of thoughts. First off, the soggy bottom does not bother me. Oops, sorry, cheese fell out. I like a soggy bottom personally. I think it makes a sandwich easier to eat and then more moist. Sorry if you don't like that word. I don't know what else to use. I didn't really get a bite of the portobello, and I'll be really honest with you. When I eat the rest of this, I'm going to take the portobello off and eat it by itself, and then I'm just going to eat the chunk with the blue cheese. Like that, I'm going to deconstruct it because like it's slipping. The mushroom is making it slip around too much. Like I'm never going to eat the mushroom. It's just going to keep going, and then I'll be left with it. Okay. Anyway, so other than that, this is really, really, really good. Like, I don't know. I'm in love with chunk steak, and I would probably take anything that they gave to me with it. So I might be a little biased, even though that didn't stop Princess from not liking it, because she loves chunk steak too.
I love chunk.
Yeah, I don't know. This is really good.
Here's the thing. Vegans, plant-based folks, even vegetarians in some cases. I know my opinion is the minority in your community. I am not vegan. I just try vegan food because food is food to me. I'll eat basically anything. Even amongst the non-vegans of the world, the black and blue, like steak and blue cheese, is like an edge case sandwich. It's like the Muffaletto or the Monte Cristo or back in the day, maybe like the Sunnyside egg burger, like a lot more popular than they used to be, obviously. But like, you have to enjoy these things. If you don't, it's either gonna be you love it or you're gonna hate it. And those people that love it, they really love it. Those people that hate it, well, they really hate them. So to do this in a chunk vegan steak is very interesting to me. Because when we tried chunk steak for the first time at both Islands Dining at Royal Pacific and at Forenzo's, and then again at
That was it. That's the 3.
3? I'll name 2.
Fiorenzo,
Islands Dining,
Amatista.
Amatista was the 3rd one. I was hoping that they would be somebody be brave enough to make this into some other meal. Cooking a steak on the plate, that's fine and dandy, but steak and other things, steak sandwiches, steak tacos, that's what I want to see them do with chunk next. So this is perfect. And honestly, it's very on brand for Toothsome. So this is perfect. Let's see what they did with it. That is delightful. The play of the steak, with that savory and the sour sort of like deepness of like the blue cheese, balance each other very well. The portobello doesn't really add as much as I think that it would. Honestly, if it wasn't there, you probably wouldn't even notice because the steak and the blue cheese are such strong flavors. The portobello basically disappears, and the only sort of hint that I get that's even there is that slippery piece of material right there at the bottom. Like, honestly, the portobello adds literally nothing. But the flavor of it is amazing. It's a steak sandwich that's light and not heavy. That's something that I would eat, like, very easily coming here, because I don't like to eat a lot of beef and then walking in the park, so that is a miserable time, especially when the heat gets up there. That is tasty. Vegans, you're gonna eat good. Even if you're a little bit hesitant on the combination of blue cheese and steak, plant-based steak, I would try to influence you to at least order it and maybe split it amongst your friends. I think the experience alone is worth that. Just like we did. I would give this 4.75 out of 5 claws. I will be ordering this again if we come back.
Exactly, yes.
Some of our new additions as well.
I know, right?
Excited it is.
Yes. Is there a dessert you're looking forward to the most?
I know, we must know.
The pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, delectable.
A perfect choice indeed.
Yes.
One of our favorites.
You know, I was very confused at first when it was called the pineapple upside down cake,
Yes.
because I thought I had to make it upside down, so it was quite dreadful trying to balance on my head doing so.
It was a whole mess.
I would love
Yes.
to see that.
Me too.
Yes,
It was quite the picture moment.
yes. You know, humans call things the strangest things sometimes.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
Well, to be sure to enjoy everything this evening, all right?
Oh, yes.
So
It
much
all looks
being here.
delectable.
You have to let us know how you feel about the pineapple drops.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. All right, ta-ta.
This is the Notorious Pink. It is a vegan rosé that looks like a plum wine or maybe like a Chardonnay, like a deep Chardonnay. Very interesting color for a rosé. It does smell like a rosé though. Oh yeah, very fruity like a rosé, very like citrus front of the mouth, light bodied, just very not complex, but just it has like everything is together. I don't know what the word is, but like everything is together and light and floral and fluffy. I guess. I don't know words today. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 wines. It makes me feel medium fine.
This is the proper size of a wine glass. That's just only a quarter full for some reason. I just drink responsibly. Don't be like me. Like they say, hey, rosé all day keeps the doctor away. At least that's what I say. Very fruit forward. Strawberries and apricots, maybe? They're very fruity. Got a very like front of the mouth flavor. Not very tart, which is good. What you would get with like those level of berries. It's very drinkable. I would think it would pair with basically anything, but it's not giving me a toothache, which I guess is what you would expect to Toothsome. A lot of things here historically have been overly sweet, but it's looking like maybe they tuned the menu to adjust some of that. Why not start with the wine? 3.75 out of 5 plus. I'm loving Universal celebrating diverse communities. I got the Rising Calm, and not only is it AAPI month, according to Universal, it's also AANHPI month, so Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander month, and I love it. I'm not mad at all that I just had to spend that tongue twister, and I will celebrate for them. So they have this Rising Calm drink, which includes a Japanese whiskey, some lemon juice and other things. And it's basically like a AANHPI whiskey sour. And I'm calling it that for the rest of the month. And honestly, it's delicious. It feels like the sun rising on the Pacific Islands. How did I know that? I lived over there for half my childhood. I give it 4.5 out of 5 points. That's Toothsome.
huge thank you to Universal Orlando Vegans for dragging us to Toothsome, but not really dragging us to Toothsome because it was a great time and we always love hanging out with Shelby.
Yes, she convinces us very, very easily. I like the direction they're going with the menu. Less sweet things, more savory, sour, going towards those directions. Because I always felt like most of the meal here is dessert. Brunch,
I need Chunk in a different form.
Yeah, she did not enjoy the black and blue, but I didn't think she would. It's kind of my fault because I didn't warn her about what it tastes like as a non-vegan. I just let her go in blind, and that was her genuine, authentic response.
It's not how the force works.
It's not for everybody. If you love black and blue, or you've had experience with it, let the princess know what you think about it in the comments below.
I would appreciate some non-vegan opinions, or at least people that have had it, that are vegan, that have had it like regular in the past, because I have no experience in that. So please tell me in the comments, like right, wrong, or indifferent, where I went wrong, because I would like to learn.
But if there's anything else you'd like to do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, well, are you ever going to see the Toothsome guy talk to Bear about the untitled duck? That was a core memory.
You heard the girl.
Now presents the owner and proprietor, Professor Dr. Penelope Table Tinker Toothsome herself.
My brother, my best friend, oh my well, this is just...
Come in cauliflower if you would like to.
I think he's the best robot in the world. Look at him, my father's the wonderful.
There they say, applause always means more if you have to coax it out of them. Yes, it does. It makes it more special. Because it means you put the effort in,